Yo, yo, what's going on, fellas? Healthy Friday morning to you. That's right. Friday is here, baby. Welcome to Money Making Weekend. Hopefully, your morning's off to a nice little start. You're ready to talk some sports and talk some sports betting. And then, again, you got the weekend. So, what do you guys got planned this weekend? Anything big? Anything going on? Celebrations or any activities that you've already got lined up? Let me know in the comments section. I'll be hoping that you guys enjoy your weekend. We got a big show on tap today. It's always big on Fridays, right? It's money making weekend. I think we're gonna have a lot of fun. We're gonna look back at the end of this weekend, I think, and it's gonna be one of those weekends that you remember. You know, it's gonna resonate with you, I think, for a long little bit of time. So let's make sure we recap yesterday and what happened, and are we gonna get to ring the cash register or not? And then let's talk about those bets that are gonna make it a money making weekend for us. So go ahead and throw up the recap there, where we do get to ring that cash register off of yesterday, where at the plus 0.55 units. So we continue just overall the nice little trend we are at, right? 4 days this week. We've been profitable in 3 of those 4 days. What were those wins yesterday? Well, how about Marcus Rashford? 2 or more shots on target at plus 310. Still can't believe that price we got that at. Plus 310. We only put a half unit on it. Man, easy cash. He got this 1 shot on target there in the first half, and then he obviously gets his goal to remain. Is anybody hotter? Is anybody hotter than Marcus Rashford right now? Guy's incredible. I think he scored in 13 of the 16 games post-World Cup, if I recall the tweet that I saw. So, yeah, he remains on fire. We did lose our overs parlay there in Europa League yesterday. Typical parlay, right? 4-legged parlay. You only lose by 1 leg. And it was an Ajax Union game where he needed over 1.5 goals. And quite a surprise in that game. Like, that's the game that you lose the parlay on. That was a little bit of a shocker right there. No goals, right? It's not like you don't even get a sweat out of that. We don't even get on the hook. We can't even get on the hook and get ourselves a sweat. No, game finishes 0-0. Now, VAR takes away a goal, but that's just soccer this day and age. You know how VAR kind of works. But you know what was also shocking about that? So you get no goals. You don't even get a sweat. How about first half for Ajax? How about 66% of the possession? That's pretty damn good. How about an over-under of how many shots they taken? Just talking shots, not on goal, not blocks, not off, just shots. How about 66% of the possession? How about 0 goddamn shots? How does a home side in Ajax, strong at home, or certainly strong in European competition, how the hell do you take no shot? You don't even take the shot where you've been pissed off because you've been either A, getting your ass kicked all game, or B, things just aren't going your way. Where's the shot from 25 meters, 20 meters, where a guy just rips it out of frustration? You don't even get that in the first half. That game was shocked in multiple ways. That 0-0, can't even get a sweat. Wow, unreal right there. So we do lose that play, but again, still profitable on the day at plus 0.55 units. Love to see that right there. Now on the week, plus 1.22 units. Love to see that right there. And as you guys can see right there on the bottom half of the recap there from yesterday, spent $15 in arbitrage, all in situations in which if you lose it, you earn a free bet. So that's why we earned a $10 free bet. That's why we earned a $5 free bet. And Bet Rivers gave out a $10 free bet yesterday if you go get that app. Obviously, you should go get that app and get yourself a free bet. Guys, we're going to use some of those free bets on today's show. I'm telling you, we're about to have ourselves a lot of fun putting in some bets, taking this free rolls opportunities. Don't you love this free rolls? You take free money and you got an opportunity to flip it into more free money. Love that right there. So, all right, let's hop on into that comment section and then let's have some damn fun here, fellas, and roll out some bets. Morning, Brian. Top of the morning to you, Brian. Top of the morning. I actually was waiting for Anthony to come back. I don't fish. How do they take no shots? Fish? None. And they had the ball. They had 66% of the ball. How do you take none? Shocker right there. What's up, Foxtrot? Cashing in on that Barca Man U, both teams scoring over 2.5 parlay. Wow, that was a popular play, like PSG, Bayern, like Dortmund, Chelsea, and it finally came through for the people. 0-0 at halftime. You were thinking it's like, here comes again another game this week where everybody's expecting goals, and we're gonna get a 0-0, 1-0 finish. But no, second half was fantastic. We watched that entire game on TikTok Live. Great game. I thought it was fair. I thought a draw was fair. Barcelona started off better. Man United had the back end of the first half where they were better. They both get 2 goals I thought it was a fair result. I thought it was a pretty fair result based on how that played out. Great game right there. Great game. So, all right, we need some bets. You mentioned, I think Froxter out said, let's go Napoli parlay. We'll go ahead and throw that one up there. We'll go ahead and kick it off right there. That was the one we talked our way through yesterday. Napoli on that team total over 1.5. The more I think about that one, guys, Napoli's going to get the job done early. Now, we liked it for all the reasons we talked about yesterday, but this is an opportunity to come minute 560 or 65, minute 70, get the big boys off the pitch, save them for Frankfurt midweek in the Champions League, and just get the job done in the first half. So, all right, that one's going to cash for us in the first half. Then Augsburg, Hoffenheim over 1.5 goals, minus 104. We talked about yesterday. We liked 4 games in Saturday's action there in the Bundesliga to all have 2 or more goals, and bet that accordingly over at Caesars at plus 146. And then these are the bets I gave out on yesterday's episode of Between the Posts, where Matt and I, each and every single week, we of course talk Premier League and break down all 10 games. So that's why there's a no prices with these bets, because we gave them out yesterday. Or not prices, the book, sorry. And then also, if you want a justification, you got to hop on this episode of Between the Posts. Double chance parlay. Of course, you want win or draw. Double chance, win or draw. DC, Brighton, Wolves, and Brentford at minus 130. Chelsea and Man City on that money line parlay at minus 124. Everton and Leeds under 2.5. You knew that goddamn bet was coming. Sean Dice game. Of course, we're betting under 2.5. I don't care if it's Leeds. I don't care. Give me under 2.5 in a Sean Dice match. Manchester United and Leicester over 2.5 in both teams to score, plus 108. And West Ham on the double chance at plus 103. Do we add anything to it? We add some free bets to it. We're going to add some damn free bets to it. Before you make note of what this free bet says, and this is one of the ones we're going to use on that, I think the DK same game parlay. I was at the treadmill. I told you guys I watched this show and always try and see how I can make it better. And I'm watching one of the shows, and this screenshot of this free bet shows up, and it's like I'm looking at it on the treadmill, thinking, is he on an over? Is he on an under? What the hell does that say? He's on an over or an under? And then you readjust and you do one of these. Are we laying 1.5? Or are we getting 1.5? Is that a plus or is that a minus? So we're done showing bet slips on free bets. We're done with that shit. We're just going to put it up here nice and clean so people can actually see what the hell you're betting, right? People don't need to see a bet slip. Just what are you betting? Well, there's one. There's a $10 free bet using that NBA promo that we got this week. So how about Man City team total over 1.5 against Forest? That'll work its way into the free bet. What about Aston Villa and Arsenal, both teams to score? What about Wolves on that clean sheet against Bournemouth? What about Brighton and Fulham over 2.5? Brentford team total over 1.5 goals. And Everton on that double chance at 25-ish to 1. So we'll use a $10 free bet on DraftKings on that. We've also picked up more free bets. Let's also do the one for over on Bet Rivers, where we just download an app and get a free bet. Anytime goal scoring parlay. This one's a little bit of a stretch. I certainly won't deny that. I did put Tony in there. Tony was at plus money. He's the number 9 for Brentford, so he wasn't the stretch. McAllister for Brighton. He just gets a goal every now and then. It hasn't been a while since he got a goal, so maybe he can pop up. And then as long as you're talking long shot and you threw in McAllister, might as well throw in Ruben Neves there of the Wolves and just continue the full-on long shot parlay. So, all right, those 3 guys to bag a goal this weekend at 45 to 1, almost 46 to 1. So that's how we'll spend a couple free bets, and we've picked up some more free bets, and we'll kind of use them over the course of this weekend, and those will get tweeted out accordingly. Good morning, Ross. Hope you're doing well, my man. We got an NHL parlay here by Good Night. I love to see that. We've got the Penguins, the Oilers, and the Coyotes. Okay, thank you for giving everybody that winner. I appreciate that, my man. Love to see that. Loved it. Love to see that. Let's go ahead and do some more bets as well. Why don't we give out some winners as well? We got NHL. Speaking of NHL there, Good Night. You like Penguins, Oilers, and Coyotes. Well, of course, I gravitate towards who shoots and who doesn't shoot. In terms of NHL, we're talking NHL shots on goal props. We're looking at those LA Kings tonight. They're taking on those quack, and they're taking on the Ducks, baby. So you love to see that. We've got 2 guys here in Kempe and Fiala, if we got these guys right. I think we're getting a fair price in terms of this, and this is what I'll tell you here. Kings, they take the 7th most shots in the NHL. they're going against the Ducks, who allow the most. And boy, remember we've been talking about these guys for weeks, and we talked about how they have 200 more shots allowed. Like, they're just not last, like the bottom barrel. They're still bottom barrel, 219. They have 219 more shots allowed than the team that's in second to last. So they're the Ducks. They're still struggling. You can shoot on them. Fiala, he's averaging 3.05 per game, which ranks 33rd in the NHL. His teammate there, Kempe, he's averaging 2.9 and ranks 43rd. So both of these guys are basically averaging 3. They've set the number at 3.5, but unlike when we've been laying off this week because they've been giving us juice, they want us to stretch it a little bit. Okay, well, they're giving to us both of these at plus money. So then you factor in, is the Ducks worth being stretched to a little bit more than what our average is? And you're giving it to me at plus money? Yeah, given the opponent and the Ducks, I think it is worth it to maybe go for that 3.5 and to get both of them at plus money. The hit rate's not been great. Fiala's 2 of his last 5. Kempe is 3 of his last 5. The head-to-head, Kempe is 2 of 4, and Fiala is 3 of 4. So decently good hit rate, in terms of at least the head-to-heads, and you're getting to that plus money. So we'll go ahead and bet them over at Bet Rivers, over 3.5 shots on goal for each of them, plus 115 even money, and we'll get those over at Bet Rivers. We will go ahead and do a tennis parlay. I'll put that up over my head. I tweeted that one, or we'll drop that down here, actually. Just 3 guys that should get it done. I think the worst guys, like minus 280 on the money line. 2 guys at Rotterdam, 1 guy at the Delray Beach. Should literally just, get it done. So get it done. That's what we're talking about here. So just get it done. And I'm going to do something, guys, next on this show that I've never done before. Never done before. You guys have heard me talk about NASCAR, and it's one of the sports that we watch, and we'll bet it every single weekend. But I've always said stay away from the super speedways. Just stay away from them. It's the big unknown, the big wrecks. It'll, just you don't really know what the hell you're going to get. You try and predict this stuff the best of your abilities, and then you get to a super speedways, and it's all hell breaks loose. Well, I missed NASCAR. Been watching the duels last night. Been watching qualifying the night before that. I'm ready for Sunday's race. So I'm going to bet the race on Sunday. If you can't handle, getting caught up in a big wreck and, losing because your guy looks like at the finish, your guy finishes, let's say 31, and the guy we're up against is 8th because he doesn't crash out. Maybe you don't tail. But I think if both of these guys finish on the lead lap, I think we'll get 2 victories here. I think that's how good of a matchup we got. If you need analysis for this, of course, William and I, we already did the Highline podcast this week, so you can go watch the Highline podcast where we'll, of course, preview every race. But we'll go ahead and roll with Keselowski over Martin Truex Jr. at minus 120, and we'll roll with Bubba Wallace over Austin Dillon, both of them at minus 120 over on BetMGM. Again, all 4 of those guys finish on the lead lap. When the checkered flag is flown, I bet we go 2-0 this weekend in NASCAR. So we'll bet it. Again, that's something, admittedly, I've never bet super speedways. I stay off it when they go to Daytona, Talladega. Even last year when they went to Atlanta, I didn't bet Atlanta last year, which is now a super speedway. I don't do this, but I'm feeling it in terms of just NASCAR and how much I enjoy it. I want to jump back into it. So, all right, Keselowski over Truex, Wallace over Austin Dillon. Come along for the ride if you can handle a guy getting wrecked out late in a race and it ruins what could be a good day. So Ducks. Fading the Ducks today. I know that. Anaheim Ducks, not Coyotes. See, that's how little I know. Yeah, it is the Anaheim Ducks. Wow, so you're doing a parlay. You like the Ducks over the Kings. Wow, my man. He likes the Ducks over the Kings. Okay, hey, I'm not the judge. I don't research hockey from an angle like that. I'm doing a shots on goal angle, not a who can win and who can lose angle. So good Ducks. What is it? Is it Phoenix Coyotes or something? Or something like that. All right, fellas. What else we got? Yeah, that's it. We've made money this week. This is how we're going to continue making money this week. Do we go another weekend sweep? Boy, that felt awfully good last weekend. Going an entire weekend and not losing any bets. Maybe we can do it again this weekend. I don't know. Well, all kicks off today. There at a little soccer parlay between Napoli there in Serie A, and then we get a little Bundesliga match, and then, of course, that 3-legged soccer parlay. Rounded out with a couple NHLs. Obviously, there's no NBA for the next few nights. NHL, we'll look to just keep coming them out. So make sure you stay tuned over the weekend. That's where additional bets will drop. I believe it, Brian. You guys got anything? Anybody else want to drop anything else in the chat? Anybody got anything else they're keeping an eye on? Let's see what we got. Anything? Anybody? Anything else, fellas? Let's see. Yeah, I'm not missing any games. I think we're in a good spot, fellas. kind of like. I kind of gotta admit, I kind of like where we're at. I like where we're at. What's up, Foxtrot? You got me sold on that. Maybe a sprinkle on first half also. I think first half over also is a great play. Is a great play. We have had a good week. I wouldn't say a good week. It's been okay. I mean, you're only up like 1.22 units, but making money. So we've had a good week. So, all right, that's how we'll do there, fellas. All right. Enjoy your weekend, fellas. Again, whatever you end up doing, I hope you have a great time. Look forward to hearing about it on Monday. We'll recap this money-making weekend, see where it all ends, and see if we get to ring the cash register come Monday morning. Enjoy it. Have a good time, fellas. We'll see you then.